Because if you win, you're gonna wipe me here, and I'm gonna have to start over. Well, not start over, but I'm gonna have to. Why do you look like you aged 10 years just now? You got so much more mature in that one close-up. What is up, Saturn system? I hope you beautiful people are enjoying another wonderful day in paradise. My name is Saturn Cycle and welcome back to Pokemon Omega Ruby, the One Mon Army Challenge. It looks like we're coming to the end of our journey. I'm not sure how long Victory Road is, but we're gonna push it. This might be a little longer than normal as far as episodes go. This might be a little shorter. I guess it just really depends on how Victory Road goes. I do kind of want to complete it in this sitting, so we'll see. The seemingly infinite and harsh road lives up to its name of victory. Okay, cool trainer. Or ace trainer. Ace trainer. I knew it was one of those two. Simisate? For some reason, my brain read that as Simi Sausage, and I can't even explain why. Maybe I'm hungry. Which I shouldn't be because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I should not be hungry. I know for a fact I'm hungry. As soon as I finish recording this, I'm going to go get a burger. Because my family grilled for Memorial Day. Came home with a lot of food. So what is Ion Deluge? Okay. It's not going to matter much. The battle's already over. So, shifting gears from the last episode where we were talking about Raph beefs, and we didn't even really talk about Raph beefs. Why is that so hard to say? I was just kind of scatterbrained and talking all over the place. So let's switch gears. Let's talk about 90s stuff or stuff that we grew up on. There was a show that no one besides me seems to remember. Well, me and my sister. 2 shows in particular. Well, the first is this weird animated Nickelodeon show called Butt Ugly Martians. And guys, it's as weird as it sounds. You're level 38, huh? And it's like there's the 3 aliens that came to Earth, and it was like a weird alien superhero show. But like the whole premise was that they were ugly. It's like, oh, we're ugly Martians. Hor 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 hor. It's like, okay, I get it. I mean, it's not funny. Well, I guess to like 10-year-old me it was hysterical because they're like, oh, he said he's a butt ugly Martian. And then there's another show that my sister and I are like convinced no one else remembers it. Because anytime we mention it, like everyone's like, what are you talking about? That can't be a real show, right? So my sister and I are like, did we fall out of an alternate dimension where this show doesn't exist? Well, into the dimension where the show doesn't exist. The show was called Big Wolf on Campus. It was on Fox Family before it became ABC Family. And if you remember that switch, you're as old as I am. But it was about this college dude who was like the star of the football team. You know, he was well liked by everyone. He had a perfect life. And then one day he goes out and gets his dumb self bitten by a werewolf somehow. And it turns him into a werewolf. So he ends up using his werewolf powers to fight evil. It's as weird as it sounds, but it was a good show, and it had a cool theme song. It was a short theme song, very short theme song. That was back when like shows and companies and corporations and networks. I was trying to make my way to the word network. I don't know why that took me so long. It's back when networks took pride in like the theme songs of their shows, because it had a catchy theme song. It was on the short side. And the show always aired, I think before, it was like, it would show on weekdays, but those were reruns, and new episodes would show on Saturday mornings before. Why does everyone have this Pokemon? It would air before this other old show that I used to love called S Club 7 in Miami. And that was like, S Club 7 in Miami was like, it was about this group of British up-and-coming like singers. They're like a group that was trying to make it big. basically the story. Where it's, no, I don't want to switch. You're a fairy in this game, aren't you? It's like, let's do that. But they came from Britain or London or wherever the hell they're from. That was a crit. And they're like, hey, we're here to... What does that do? Okay, let's do surf. I don't know what taunt does. Okay, surf did a lot better. Just looking at this thing makes me want to go see Detective Pikachu again. Such a good movie. But anyway, they came to America, they ended up in Miami, and they ended up like working for this kind of like scummy dude in like a hotel. And part of their job, aside from like hotel like housekeeping and maintenance, which they clearly weren't trained or qualified to do maintenance or anything like that. But part of their job was to like entertain guests by singing for them, like performing. And they came up with like original songs for the show that they would like. Every episode was a new song, and it was interesting. And like it was very entertaining. As what was I, like 9 years old at the time? And it was really popular, like to the point where I think some of their music videos would air on like MTV or something. Like they were stupid popular. And then the storyline wrapped up for their Miami life. And at the end of the season, well, I guess technically the series, because the title switches, they come to this like crossroads. Are you a fairy type in this game? They come to this crossroads, and it's like one arrow is like to Los Angeles, and the other arrow is like to London, and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. London's on a completely different continent. But it was weird. So because at the end of the series, they're like deciding to go home or whatever, and then they get to that crossroads, and they decide to go to Los Angeles. So the series technically continues on in a show called S Club 7 in LA. And it was a vastly inferior show. The songs were good, but you could tell around that point people were kind of getting tired of S Club 7. It was also around the point in time where boy bands were starting to die out. Like, S Club 7 was at the peak of their popularity when the Backstreet Boys released their Millennium album and NSYNC released their No Strings Attached albums. That's how old I am. I was a third grader when those albums were dropping. But oh my goodness, I was a third grader when those albums were dropping. But soon their popularity fell off, as it does, because they were a very niche kind of thing. Like, they didn't appeal to everyone in a way that... Where do I have to go? Because I'm guessing I'm trying to make my way towards that center ladder. So let's go this way then, I guess. I will say I don't like this Victory Road very much. Oh, this is terrible. I'm not allowed to use Matt in battle. I should have surfed around them. Okay, I don't know. Wait, Surf is gonna hit Matt as well? I don't really have a choice. Can I just Mega Evolve and do nothing? No, I guess not. Can I just, like, do dumb stuff? Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do dumb stuff with Matt so that I don't have to attack with him. I hate that that hits my own Pokemon. I really hate that that hits my own Pokemon. I leveled up for smacking Matt in the face with some water. Well, I say I leveled up, but Brandon leveled up. I'm not Brandon. Brandon's Brandon. He's going to Korea, man. I'm so jealous. I would love to go to Korea. One of my goals is I want to be a teacher, and there are a lot of programs that exist where it's like, if you have a bachelor's degree, you can go teach in like China or Japan or Korea for like 2 years, and all you need is like a basic bachelor's degree, preferably in like a language class or education or something like that. And because I want to get a degree in education anyway so I can teach, I was also considering at some point in my life going abroad and teaching English. Because like I plan to teach English here in America when I can finally get a degree. But not on such a literal level, because you know when you hear like, oh, what class is it? It's English. You mean language arts. You mean like literary stuff. You don't mean like I cannot speak your language. This human adult is teaching me your language. That's not what that means. So Victory Road is looking like it's going to take a while. This might be a little longer of an episode because I do want to get through Victory Road and fight the Elite Four in this episode. You're challenged by Expert Theodore. Do they call you Teddy? Because I am Teddy. What are some other shows that I grew up on that I don't know if people relate to or remember? I'm just going to list a bunch of shows that I watched as a kid. There was a show that I never really got into, but I remember my sister loved it. It was called The Secret Life of Alex Mack. And it was about this girl. I don't remember who played her. I don't think it was Melissa Joan Hart. I don't think it was her. But basically there's this girl that got like exposed to toxic chemicals or something like that. And it gave her this ridiculous superpower. And I say superpower, but that's being very generous. Basically what her power allows her to do is turn into a pile of goop. Like she turns into... It looks like a puddle of mercury, right? So... I mean, I summarized the whole show. I can't really think of anything else from the show because I didn't really watch it. I found the premise to be really boring, even as a kid. I was like, oh, she can just turn into like a pile of blob? That's dumb. That's not a power. I watched a lot of stuff on Disney as well. So I watched stuff like The Famous Jet Jackson. I watched a lot of Sister Sister and Smart Guy, Boy Meets World. I watched a lot of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched an egregious amount of things like Rugrats and Kablam. It's Kablam! That was one of the best... Another double battle. That was one of the best, weirdest variety shows I've ever seen for kids. Kablam was this weird, like, amalgamation of animated shorts. There was Action League Now, which is probably my favorite. It was like a crew of superheroes, but all of them were terrible at what they did. There was The Flesh, who was super strong and super naked. So Action League Now was just like a superhero group comprised of like action figures. It was like stop motion almost, or maybe that's exactly what it was. So like The Flesh was like this big bulky dude that he never had clothes on, which is why he was like, because every time the show would air, they would play the theme song, because each individual animation had its own theme song, or like a little title card or whatever. And for Action League, it was always like the narrator saying the names of the heroes and like some snarky thing about them. So there was the Flesh, who was super strong and super naked. There was Thunder Girl, who flies like thunder. There was Stinky Diver, and what was his tagline? It was like an opponent more formidable than his odor. And then there was Melt Man with the power to melt. And Melt Man was just like, he was just like a melted action figure. It's like someone took a G.I. Joe and just held it over a candle. That's what it looked like. And no matter what mission they were on, they were always terrible at it. Terrible at it. Oh, Matt's almost dead. I should probably have been paying attention to that. But yeah, it was such a goofy little show. I loved it. What else was there? There was Prometheus and Bob, which didn't have any actual dialogue. It was just like it was like body humor. Like Prometheus was like this caveman, and Bob was like the super intelligent space extraterrestrial, and it was just like a bunch of like, oh, dude's so smart and dude's so dumb. What hijinks can they get into? There was Life with Loopy. It was like a Paper Mario type show with like this little girl named Loopy. Oh right, we can't heal. We're out of. Brandon should kill this thing, so I'm not worried. We didn't break any rules. Sweet. But it was just like, it's exactly what it sounds like. Life with Loopy was like, it was just like following her around in her daily life and so on and so forth, and what hijinks she could get into. What other shorts were there in Kablam? There were two narrators that were both kids. I think one of them was a girl. I really can't be sure, to be honest. If it was a girl, she was very androgynous. There was like they had their own segments in between the other animations, so there was like there were never storylines. Don't ever think there was a storyline for Kablam. It was just these two kids hosting shows on a Friday night. Hey, it's me from Matt and Davis's Soul Link, in which I believe I died. What? I cannot remember any other shows. There's Life with Loopy, Action Link Now, Prometheus and Bob. I know for a fact I'm missing something. Goodness gracious, this place is crazy looking and I love it. I can't remember anything else for Kablam, so I'm just gonna move on. I remember how annoyed I was. Oh god, it's Wally. How did you get here? I mean, I love you, Wally. You're so cute. I bet you must be surprised to see me in a place like this. You must have overheard my commentary. The promise we made back then. Thank you for keeping your end of it. It was really all thanks to you that I could make it this far, Saturn. It was only because I lost to you back then that I could become even stronger. I'm sure that you and your Pokemon must have had to overcome a lot too. You have no idea, buddy. I was in a literal volcano. Like, I was on top of a legendary Pokemon. It's in my backpack. Well, the Pokemon's not. You're not going to believe my story. To make it all the way here, right, Saturn? Everyone's grown so much, and now we'll finally get to see just what we can all do. Standing here facing you again gives me chills. Your hair is like Super Saiyan... we're going to call it Super Saiyan... Avocado. Super Saiyan Avocado comes after Super Saiyan... Super Bowl. I don't know. My Pokemon have given me the courage and strength to fight. I have to win for their sake. So get ready. Here I come. Sorry, but I really can't let you win. Because if you win, you're going to wipe me here. And I'm going to have to start over. Well, not start over, but I'm going to have to... Why do you look like you aged 10 years just now? You got so much more mature in that one close-up. You almost have a full team. This music is hype, though. Why does Wally get such hype music? I mean, I'm here for it. At the same time, I'm like, damn, dude, I don't even think any of my other battles got this kind of hype. Did you just pinch my boobs? Steal some of my energy? Yeah, that's what you get. You don't touch without consent, or you get the Rocky helmet. Honestly, this music feels like it would be right at home in a Castlevania game. I don't know if you guys have played Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PS1. My personal favorite as far as Castlevania goes. Oh, get out of my face. But yeah, let's heal this poison right now. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is something I do plan to play on this channel. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a long play or if I'm going to do a 1 life to lose challenge. It might start off as a 1 life to lose challenge and then make its way into a thingy-majiggy. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage. Clefable, huh? You're a freaking fairy type. And you're so bulky. This could be really bad. If freaking Wally brings my run to a grinding halt, I'm going to be livid. If I have to do another episode because of freaking Wally, I'm going to be pissed. Because we have Matt on deck, right? So if Brandon goes down, we can automatically switch right to Matt. But if Matt goes down, we're going to end up at the previous Pokemon Center and we'll have to take Groudon out and train him up. So it's like, Infernape, we've got Surf. You know what? Scratch the Castlevania statement. This song sounds like it would be right at home in a Persona game, to be honest. Payback. I don't like that. Oh, that's no bueno. Oh, that was a physical attack. Okay. You guys just keep killing your... How many Pokemon have died because of our Rocky Helmet? Dragon Rush, huh? What's Dragon Rush? Let me read it first. User tackles the target while blah 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 blah. No, we're not gonna do it. Wait. Let me see. Can we... Is it possible to unlearn this stuff right now? Yeah, so we're just gonna pass then. Because I was hoping that HMs were something that later on could be overwritten, but we still have to have like a move deleter. Wally came to play in a weird way. That Infernape was definitely... You have a Mega Stone for this? That's incredibly worrying. Oh god. Oh my god. Brandon, living life on the edge like Kurt Cobain, bud. Matt leveled up from doing nothing. No. Okay, so we beat Wally. I was a little spooked when he brought out that Mega Stone. I was definitely spooked there. Because Brandon is very low on HP. Ah, yarg. Ha. So how cute he looks here versus how he looks when he had like the close-up sprite before the battle started. It was the equivalent of like Yugi transforming into Yami Yugi, or Atem for those who know his actual name. It's like Wally used the Millennium Puzzle to start that fight. Thank you for not holding back when you battled against us. Sorry, Wally, but you really stood no chance. And, Gallade, everyone, you don't have a Gallade. Alright, he starts with a Ralts under normal circumstances, doesn't he? Okay. Oh, I know, I'll give you this to keep. I hope it'll always remind you of the battle with me. And with Gallade, you didn't have a Gallade. Gallade Plus? What is a Dawnstone? Oh. So that turns it into a Gallade, huh? If it's a male Curlia? Sorry, dude, but you got stomped out. I say stomped out, but he came suspiciously close to killing Brandon. So I don't want to say stomped out at all. So this episode's been running for almost 25 minutes, so we might actually go for one more episode. I don't know. I don't know. We might go for one more episode. Just to give the Pokemon League the attention it deserves. Look at that shot. That's a nice shot. Oh hey, there's a sparkly thing over there. I don't have a Mewtwo things. But you know, we're gonna call the episode here, guys. We are gonna give this one more episode. So instead of ending this week, Monday will be our final episode. It seems, because I don't want this episode to go on too long. And there's always the possibility that Brandon can get wrecked at some point, and we would have to switch to Matt and train Matt and so on and so forth. So anyway, if you've been enjoying Omega Ruby and you're looking forward to seeing how it plays out in the future, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Both help the channel immensely. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you never miss out on notifications when content goes up. And as always, I've been Saturn, you guys have been awesome, and I will see you again in the next episode of what might actually this time potentially be the finale. It all depends on Brandon and what Brandon can hold, what he can withhold, and not withhold, what he can withstand. I'm tired, I need to get some sleep. Anyways guys, I'll see you next time. Later everybody.